Hi everyone, this is Laura and I have a quick project to share with you guys today. I've been having some major issues with my computer. It almost crashed twice so far, and I did try to upload this video, and while I was uploading it, it did crash and cut half of the video off. So I apologize to all of those who were watching a video before and thought they were watching it, and then it was suddenly disappeared from my YouTube channel because I had to reload and retape this. So yeah, I've been having some issues with my computer now. Now it's getting worse. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but oh, and speaking of, guys, I don't know if this is a problem with my PC or me. I've tried for the last 3 days to fix it. I went on YouTube to try to fix it. Like I said before, I'm not very techie savvy at all. But once upon a time, whenever any of my subscribers made a video, I would automatically get an email notification because that's the way I set my account up. I went in, looked at the account. It's still set up that way, but for some reason, I am not getting any of my email notifications from YouTube. So whenever you guys load videos, I'm not getting those email notifications. Now, I know there's a way to go on YouTube and look under what to watch now, and it gives you that, but I don't like that system. I like my other system where I would go into my emails and I would see hundreds of little emails go up of people that had videos up or that just uploaded videos. So if any of you girls out there are listening to me and you have any suggestions on how to help me with this, I would surely appreciate any input you can give me, because I feel lost now again, and I don't want to keep messing with my account because this has happened to me once before, and then I lost my whole YouTube channel, my blog, and now I can't even go back and get on the blog. So if anyone can help me out with that, I would love it. That being said, let me get to my project now. Where did I put my little stamp set? Some of you girls may have seen my video not too long ago where I had this amazing little lawn fawn haul, and I have a few more additions actually to share with you that just came in the mail that were on back order. One was on, actually these two were on back order, and this one as well, because they have ran out, but this is an old one. This one is the So Lovely, and I was on the fence for so long. It's not a new set at all, but it was, they were out of them, so I had to put in a notifier, and they finally got some more, so I picked this one up when I picked up my back order, and I just love the little sewing machine. And now that I have those sewing papers, I thought this would look really cute with that set. And then these were the ones that were on back order. These are the new editions. I did get the stamp and the die to go with it. And I just love this little plane. So those were my new Lawn Fawn editions. And this is the one that I just purchased along with those other ones. And this is what inspired my projects for this weekend. I was a little busy, happening full. I was trying to do some more. I'm working more on the layout for diamond dies that I was working on. That I'm almost finished. Got the covers to do now. But I'm thinking, instead of reviewing the whole mini, just because there's so much involved, I might do 2 pages at a time. Instead. So we'll see how that goes. Here it goes again. Here comes that performance alert thing. I just hope it's not going to crash again, because I was in the middle of loading a video. In any case, I hope not. This is my Critters from the Past. It is one of the newer stamp sets by Fawn, and I did get the matching dies to go with it. I loved it, and I wanted to share with you the inspiration for this layout, which was this Cricut cartridge that my sister had sent to me. She got rid of her Cricut, and she had given away a lot of her cartridges, and she sent me a few too. She sent to different people, family members, friends, and such. So this was one of the ones I inherited from her. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I have boys and they love dinosaurs. I had never seen this one. I even forgot that I had it in my stash. And you know what, guys? All this time I've been looking for a palm tree die cut. Look, there's a palm tree right there. And then, like, all the little tools for fossils and stuff. Look at these cool images. Now, looking at this cartridge just makes me sad because it makes me realize exactly how much my Cricut has to offer and how I don't nearly use it as much. So one of the projects I have for myself this weekend is to take all my glue mats and re-glue them so that I can start using. Because that's the only thing that really stops me for using my Cricut is the fuss of taking it out and then using the mats. And then when the mats are not really, if they don't have a lot of glue on them and they're not consistent, it rips my paper. It just makes a mess. It's so much easier for me to use the dies. But I really have to stop taking the lazy way out and start utilizing my Cricut a bit more. And then another stamp set that in going through looking to see what I wanted to do with this layout, I rediscovered this stamp set, which, guys, all I ever did use was this crossbones around Halloween. But look at this absolutely gorgeous stamp set by Basic Gray. It was made in 2008. And if I use this twice, it's a lot. And that's what a waste, because these are gorgeous. So I brought them out again. I might do another layout just with this stamp set. That's how much I love it when, I don't like it when I ignore things and I forget that I even have them. But when I rediscover them, so much more fun, which is why my goal, half of last year and the rest of this year, my main goal, and you guys always hear me saying this, is when you use a new product, try to incorporate some of your older products with it. Um, I, I'm always encouraging my subscribers to go back into their stashes and rediscover all those products that we kind of put away and hid and we kind of forgot about. So that's what I used. What I did was I took a plain piece of brown cardstock, as you can see down here, and then I took my designer paper here and I just cut it off at a 1/4 of an inch on this side and this side so that I would have that border there. I then took the paper and I sprayed it with my shimmers and blues and browns and greens, and then I made splotches, and I don't know if you guys can see all the spray. You're definitely not picking up the shimmer. And that's one thing about those shimmer sprays. They don't give you a whole bunch of shimmer, just a little bit of the glisten. And then my my paper started getting a little wonky from all the spraying. But then I thought it was cool because I thought it made a perfect effect for the layout. So I kind of scrunched it up a little bit more. On the top here, I used my Basic Gray cardstock stickers, and I spelled out "You are dynamite." On the actual stamp sets, it says "You're dynamite," so I kind of took that off of them. I thought it was a cute title, and this wasn't big enough to be the title, so I just spelled it out with cardstock stickers. I did color all the images in with my Pro markers, and I did use all the dies to cut out all these images. I will say this, a little tip for my friends out there who have the magnetic plate for the big shots. Even though it's a magnetic plate, tape down your dies that you have. That if you're going to use the Stampin' Dies together, the kits, and you do have the magnetic plate, I would still put washi tape and tape it down, because mine were moving, and look at how my little bird cut out. It took me several tries. I don't know why they moved, but they did. And once I did the washi tape, look at how great it came out. Um, but without the washi tape, it wasn't as easy because they would sometimes move just a tiny inch. And with the dies and the stamp, using them together, look at the inch, what it did. Yeah. So see the difference between the white here and the white here. And when I use the washi tape, as I did here, look, white on both sides. It came out perfectly even. Over here, same thing. I didn't use the washi tape here, and it kind of. So just a little hint for you guys. If you work them fine without it, then you don't need it. So the little clouds, I used two different clouds here. These are from the Lawn Fawn stamp set. One was from, oh, I forgot the name, but one was the hot air balloon and one was the one with the kites. If that makes any sense to anyone, those two stamp set. And I just fussy cut them. I distressed them with Stormy Sky Distress Inks by Tim Holtz. And then I added some stickles. As for the mountains, like I said, the inspiration came from this cover of this cartridge. And then what I did is I just freehand, and I hope Cynthia the Scrappy Bookworm is watching because she freehands a lot of her stuff too. So although I'm not as good as drawer as Nick or you are, I figured how badly could I screw up the mountains, right? So I did the mountains. I freehand on 3 different pieces of pattern paper. I added some red stickles up on this one so it could look like a volcano. I did distress all of them after I cut them out. And then I just glued them on in the back. Now this layout is a very flat layout. I didn't even want to use pop-ups or anything like that. I then used my grass punch border punch, or rather my grass border punch by Friskars. And I used 2 different color cardstocks for that too, to make it look like they were in the grass hiding. The stamps that you see here, this one, this one, this one, and these little feet, and this one that says Dinosaur Tracks here, these were all from that basic gray stamp set. And these little tiny green feet here are the ones that are from the Lawn Fawn stamp set. And I colored in all my little dinos with pro markers, as you can see here. And on some of them, I added some, this one here, these dots I did with my pro markers. And then I did it on his little face. These little dots here, just for added texture and shading, I did with my gel pens, and these as well, my Sakura gel pens. And what I love about those guys is they actually give dimension too. They're like the glazed pens, and it feels so nice to rub my finger on that. And then on the bottom, of course, of the layout, I have left plenty of room for photos, and I do have 2 pictures of my boys that are going to go right here. When we went to the Museum of Natural History, and they were at the dinosaur display. So that's my layout. And then I was so happy playing with my new stamp set, and I couldn't stop. And I was chatting with a friend of mine on the phone this weekend that I decided I was going to create some cards. So Sharon, if you're watching, I did make some cards. They're not birthday cards, but I made some cards. I was inspired by the stamp set. And for my cards, I used again, pulling things from my older papers. And boy, when I say older, whew, this is an old stack. This was the Lime Ricky Basic Gray paper stack. And I used it because I love the bright colors. And I went onto the blog site for Lawn Fawn, and I saw this young lady create a card using very bright colors, and I fell in love. And I've been doing a lot of shabby and vintage stuff, so I thought this was really cute and whimsy and a little different because I was. You ever get in the mood where you want to do something, but you don't want to do what you've been doing and working on? You want to do something different? Well, that's the mood I was in. So I die cut some clouds here. I ran them through my embossing folder just to be silly. I have these are all A2, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and they were all done on white cardstock. Even though I got mine full of a little bit ink here, but that's okay because these are for my grandson. He's not that fussy. Um, so I cut out 3 birds. I colored them in using my pro markers. I have a blue birdie, a yellow birdie, and a red birdie. Of course, they're not birds, they're pterodactyls, they're dinosaurs, but I call them birdies. And here I have a palm tree that I also stamped and cut out using their dies. And all now, guys, you see how perfect these dies cuts came out? That's because I added the washi tape. And I learned after the layout. It took me enough tries. And then I used the little feet stamps on the bottom, and it says flying by to say hi. I also used my little grass border punch. And then on the inside, I have some more of the designer paper. I stamped out some of the cute little eggs and the leaves that come in the stamp set, just to be cute. And then here I put spread your wings and fly. And I have the little pterodactyl there. And the reason I have this on this piece of white cardstock, because when I went to stamp the pterodactyl, I made a little mess there. And I wasn't trying to do the whole card over. So I did that. But like I said, this will probably go to my grandson or another child in the family. So it was okay. Um, this card here, again, using the Lime Ricky paper stack. I used 2 different dies. I used the die set that came with the long Fawn stamps, that complement the stamps rather. And then I used my Diamond Dies banner die. And what I did was I cut out from the smallest of the banner dies. And I did cut off a little bit of the top only because it was a little too long for what I needed. And I used my much neglected little tiny alpha stamps by Studio G. I love these stamps. And I spelled out roar in faded jeans. And then I distressed all the edges as well. I have a piece of blue twine here for the banners. And then I cut out all the little dinos. I colored them all in with my pro markers. And then I just went back with my Sakura gel pens. And I used the metallic gel pens this time. And I don't know if you can tell, he has little spots. So does the Brontosaurus. And then this one, I just did this one with my pro markers. I didn't do it with my gel pens. And then I have the little baby there. I also colored with my pro markers. And then these leaves are also part of the stamp set. I just colored them in with my pro markers as well. And then I fussy cut the leaves. I didn't use the dies for those. And then, of course, I have my grass border punch in the background. So I have the grass border designer punch. Then I have this yellow paper that I layered in the back. And then I have the design paper, which is the focal point of the card. And I did put them on dimensional stickers, the T-Rex and the Stegosaurus, as you can see there. So I have lots of layers. I have the birdie also on pop dots. And then on the inside, I just left it like this so I could write a little note. I have some little footprints going across, some of the eggs, the leaves, a little palm tree, and the little bird or pterodactyl. And then this punch here, this I just received as a birthday gift from my cousin, which I still haven't uploaded the video, guys. I got to do that one next. And then this card here, I decided to do a different shape. I did this one portrait style instead of landscape. The other 2 were landscape. And I used one of my new Polaroid dies by Lawn Fawn. And again, I got the inspiration for doing this off of the Lawn Fawn blog site. But the young lady used the new dye, which was the one with the TV, and made it look like it was a show from the past, a TV. Once I saw the TV and she used the stamps in that way, I went a different route, but the same idea. I used a Polaroid image instead, and I colored this one in with my Pro markers as well. And I got a piece of glue here, and I don't know how to get it off my card. I'm going to have to use the heat gun. So I colored it in with my Pro markers. I have a little cloud. I used, oh my gosh, I guess I should start from the beginning first. This blue paper here, which also came from the Lime Reiki paper stack, I used it because to me it kind of reminded me of dragon scales. I don't know if you can see that. And I thought that if the dinosaurs were alive, they'd probably have this reptile scaly type of feel to it. Then on the edge, I used my color box white chalk ink, and I stamped little feet going all the way around from the stamp set. I then took my Polaroid die from Fawn. I cut that out on yellow cardstock, and then the piece for the inside, I used the negative, and I cut out another piece out of the blue, but I cut it out a little bit bigger so that I would be able to glue them together. And then I stamped and die cut the dinosaur, the little rocks. The little rocks I fussy cut, as well as the... Actually, I didn't use the dies to cut any of these out. I fussy cut all of them. Now that I think about it and look at them, yeah, these are all fussy cut because I needed as much room inside the die as possible. And I didn't want all the little extra white space that comes using the dies. And then I just fussy cut this leaf. I stamped a little flower, stamped a little flower. And then I stamped this smile. And this smile comes from one of, I believe that came from my Odd Girl stamp set with the words. And I have another little leaf here. I tied some twine to the little Polaroid going across, and then on the inside, oh, and I have a piece of another piece of the designer paper here, and I just put that there just so that it could bring the eye closer to the Polaroid and gain attention for that. And then I just left it blank on the inside because, again, I'm not sure when or who I'll be sending this to, but now I have a card ready, and it's I think it's more appropriate for a boy. It's probably also good for a man. Um, yeah. So those were my cards that I made this weekend, and also my layout. I'm sorry for all the mix up with my channel this morning, loading stuff up and trying to get these projects up. Having major issue, guys. And again, like I said, if anybody has an idea for me on how to go about getting my email notifications again from my subscribers when they load videos, please message me or give me a call if you have my number. If not, leave it in the comments below that you know, and I can message you. Any help that I can get would so be appreciated. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.